A very good morning everyone, Jorne here with another London session video. Today is the 28th of June 2022. Before I start, as always, I would like to highlight that this is not financial advice, this is just the way that I see the markets and I would like to share with all of you. I do have the DXY dollar index in front of me, and remember that I said yesterday that I was actually expecting bullish move to then trade lower. Yeah, remember we have this imbalance area over here. And we do have the last sell, yeah, to buy, opening price, also within this imbalance area. So I'm actually targeting this. So I'm targeting the low of 2 weeks ago. This is what I'm targeting. But if you go now to the daily, then we can see that yesterday was again, just as last week, very slowly price action. And the more we stay around this area, the more I believe that we will see a huge sell-off coming in. Yeah, if we go on the weekly again, then we see that we run the highs over here. We run that high, we trade lower, we run the high one more time. So I do believe that we might see in the very near future that dollar sell-off, which means that we will be able to participate and longs on GU, EU, and so forth. Let's go now to the daily again. Let's go to the daily, and as I said, it's very choppy price action, very slow price action. But yeah, the first target should be here. I'm not willing to sell now. I really would like to see a bit of a bullish move to then trade lower. Remember yesterday that I mentioned that there was a trend line. Remember that I mentioned yesterday, we were here when I made a video, that there was a trend. I said I would like to see them to run the liquidity to then trade lower. That's exactly what happened. They run the liquidity, they traded lower, but of course this is not really an area where I'm looking at to sell from. Yeah, I really would like to see a bigger pullback to then trade lower. But if we look now, often if we know that this might have been already the manipulation, then maybe for today's London session, what we might see is dollar to trade back, and because we do have liquidity up here as well, dollar to trade back up here in this purple box, dollar to trade back in the purple box, and then trade lower, and to then trade lower into our target area. Yeah, remember the target for this week is here. I still believe that we will reach this area. Yeah, so this is definitely something that I'm looking at. A fairly balanced price action. We had liquidity sweep yesterday. Remember, trend line, sweep the liquidity, trade lower, creating more liquidity, Asian range. We even had a gap. So I do believe that we will trade higher to then trade lower. If we go now to GBP USD, daily time frame. I'm gonna delete everything. Yeah, daily time frame again, very choppy price action, and this is definitely not a market where we would like to be involved in. However, I do believe that we will trade lower on GBP USD. But if we will trade lower on GBP USD, then we should trade higher on dollar. So it's a bit tricky. Not gonna lie, it's a bit tricky. So I'm just monitoring the market. But what we could see here already this morning, or look at the really nice price action here. We had liquidity. Yeah, we had liquidity here. We had liquidity here. We run the liquidity high. We run the liquidity low. This is a trade idea that I shared yesterday, but then I also mentioned, please delete. I did not believe in this setup anymore. Dollar was not really acting as or reacting from the area that I wanted it to. But anyway, if you participated in this trade or you left it, then yeah, 1 to 3 has been met. So yeah, great. But yeah, now going forward, maybe what I would like to see is, as I mentioned already, and this is still the area that I'm looking at for huge buy opportunities. Whenever we get in this area, then I would like to participate in longs. Yeah, but it will all depend on dollar index. Yeah, if I believe that this is the play on dollar index, then we should look for a sell to buy, and then we should look for a sell to buy. Short term, we might not hit this area. We might have difficulties to hit this area because yeah, we are talking about almost a 200 pip move, and this is definitely not a 200 pip move. So yeah, we will see. We might see this something like this occurring. something like this occurring to then trade higher. But whenever we hit this area, then I really believe that we will trade lower again, because I really want GBP USD to hit this area. So it's a bit double. I really need to see more price action on dollar. It's not clear for me yet. I still hope that we will see a bigger pullback, as I mentioned yesterday, to clear the liquidity up here. And whenever we get to see that pullback, then we might be able to buy GBP USD. I think, what is it, about around 1.21 level. Yeah, so that's definitely something that I'm looking at. I will leave it for now. I will just monitor the trades, just monitor DXY. If I do believe that there's a trade setup in the London session, I will be, as always, very happy to share with you. I'm also thinking about going live. I might go or might do a live trading session tomorrow, pre-New York, so we'll be around 1 p.m. UK time. I'm pretty excited for that, so feel free to tune in. To look at the markets, and yeah, then you will be able to chat with me directly if you do have any questions, or if you want me to look at some currency pairs. So yeah, I will leave it for now, guys. I hope this was, as always, helpful, useful, and do not hesitate to reach out to me in the Discord if you do have any questions. Have a good one, guys. Trade safe. Bye.